Hi folks, we got John Draper from NRA's American Hunter Magazine. John, thank you for being here. John joined us on a buffalo hunt, on a 10-day buffalo safari with EOTech. John, tell us a little bit about your buffalo hunt.
Well, it was quite the exciting experience. You know, Graham, you've got an amazing operation here. We got on buffalo tracks pretty much every day. And we actually spotted this guy in the bush, I believe, and while he departed fairly quickly, we were able to get on his tracks and follow those for a while. And the bush is pretty thick out here.
It is.
It's extremely thick in places. And you correct me if I'm wrong, but we'd followed this buffalo's track for quite some time, to the point where I honestly was under the impression that this guy was long gone. I mean, this guy was long gone. And then things changed. I mean, things went from 0 to 100 in a split second, Graham. We were walking and looking at nothing, and all of a sudden, there he was 35 yards away, ready to either eat us or be eaten, one or the other. So it happened quick.
It did, yeah. We followed him the first and second day because we saw how big he was, John. That was the first reason why we didn't leave the track. And a lot of guys would think, it's impossible to follow a track into in the next day or the following day, but
I'd be one of them.
But with you've met our guys and the whole team of guys. The guys do it. That last morning we tracked it and left him during lunchtime and came back at about 4 o'clock it was, and we connected at 4:15.
Well, you knew. You said, we got to come back right at around 4 or 5 o'clock. He'll be getting out from under his tree, and that'll be the time. And you weren't. I mean, to the second, you had it. It was an unbelievable experience.
There was a little bit of luck involved there, but
for sure,
it all worked out.
A tough old bull and big bull. Now, as an American, I really don't know that. It's. I can imagine it'd be the same if I had you back in the States and tried to have you judge a 170-inch whitetail. You might not be able to do that first time. And I certainly don't know what a giant buffalo is, but Graham sure does, and he put me on one.
Yeah, this is an old animal. If you look at his bosses, he's got massive bosses, probably 17-inch bosses, and then he got a beautiful drop. The horns are worn, which is that's just beautiful. Any buffalo or in general, buffalo with very sharp points is still a fairly young animal, or animal in his prime. But there's a few factors. You look at a buffalo, massive body, and this, he definitely had that.
Absolutely.
There's always, on old bulls, when you get to 11, 12 years of age, the bosses part, and they move apart. So it's easy distinctive that. The Roman nose, the dewlap, and the massive body, and then just the worn tips on this guy, and you could just tell facial markings. He had a lot of white in his face.
A lot of scars from years of just being top dog and working his way up to top dog.
Yeah, so a beautiful animal, and thank you for joining us, and we had a great hunt.
Oh, Graham, we had beyond a great hunt. I can't thank you enough.
Thank you so much,
Fantastic.
John. It was lovely having you.
It really was. Thanks.
Thank you, John.